Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. It is time for our Sunday school lesson for this week, and we're starting a new quarter. And the first 4 lessons of this quarter will come from the book of Genesis. And our lesson for this week is biased love, when love is lost. And it comes from Genesis chapter 37. We will learn the story of Joseph as we look at these 4 lessons in Genesis. For chapters 30 through 50 of the book of Genesis gives us the life and the activities of Joseph. But today we have chapter 37, where we will learn about Joseph in his early life. When we meet Joseph in chapter 37, verse 2, he's 17 years old. He's tending the sheep with some of his brethren, and he brings an evil report to the father about the brethren. All of that is in the very first part of the chapter. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all of them, they hated him and could not speak peacefully to him. We're told that Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his children. And that's a problem. That's a parental problem. And Joseph knew this. And he would do little things, it seems, to irritate his brothers. Now Jacob, whose name has now become Israel, had 4 wives, at least 12 sons, and at least 1 or more daughters. But he loved Joseph more than any of them. He said it and he showed it. And we're told in the next verse that the father made Job a coat of many colors, very ostentatious. And it was just not a shepherd's coat. It was a supervisor's coat, somebody who was going to be in charge of other people. And this made the brothers hate Joseph even the more. We would think that Jacob would have operated a little bit differently, since he came out of a family where favoritism was shown and it caused strife in the family. But Jacob let his love for Joseph be known. As Joseph grew, he began to learn to dream. He began to dream. So one day he went out to the field and he told his brothers that I had a dream. And in my dream, my sheep ate your sheaves and you had to bow down to me. And they said, what? And yes, Joseph thought that that was just something wonderful. But the next thing we do, Joseph had another dream. And in this dream, not only were the brothers going to bow down to him, but so was the father and the mother. And when Joseph told his father this dream, all of a sudden the father said, you mean your mother and I are going to have to bow down to you? And Joseph said yes. He was just as happy with his dreams. But this lesson lets us know sometimes people are not ready for your dreams, because this made the brothers hate him even more. In the first 4 verses of this lesson, we are told 4 times that they hated Joseph. So there is no misunderstanding about how they felt about him. But when we see the actions of the father, we see that he fed into this by making Joseph feel so special. So the brothers' hate turned into jealousy and into rage. They decided, we're going to kill him. We're going to get rid of him. They were going to use a permanent answer to a temporary problem. But Reuben said, no, let's don't kill him. Let's find some other way to punish him. Joseph came out to the field one day wearing this coat, and he was bringing them more messages, and they just had all that they could take. So they decided that no, we won't kill him, but we will sell him to the people who were coming by. And they came up with this plot. They took his coat, they killed a goat, and put the blood from the goat on his coat and showed the coat to the father, so that the father would think that Joseph was dead. So we see here that the brothers used somebody else to help them in their evil plot. And they went right on and had dinner. It didn't bother them at all. So it lets us know that dysfunctional families didn't just start. They go all the way back to what we call Bible days. This was certainly partly Jacob's fault, because Jacob showed favoritism in his family. And as the closer Joseph got to his father, the further he got away from his brothers. And this was not good for the family. Joseph was gifted, he was talented, and quite self-absorbed, because it never dawned on him that his brothers were not happy with the treatment that he got. As we look at our families, we must make sure that we treat our children right, and that we teach our children love, and that we don't do things that cause strife among the children. Filled with envy and hatred, Joseph's brothers were willing to let other people do their dirty work. We do know people like that today. They'll involve someone else in their problem, trying to get their way. Parental favoritism can wreck a home and the relationship of the children in the home. When parents intentionally show favoritism to one child over another, it creates envy, it creates jealousy, bitterness, and hatred. The solution is for parents to emulate Christ. Christ loves us all, regardless to what our characteristics are. Parents must love and accept their children and support their uniqueness. If we are the parents of more than one child, we have to check ourselves to make sure that our home is a center of light and love for all the children. We must make sure that each child knows that he or she is loved. We must love our children in success, but we must love them more in failure. Family is supposed to be a love place. When we leave Joseph today, he's on his way to Egypt as a slave. But don't count him out, because God is not through with him yet. At this point in his life, Joseph does not know his destiny, but God does. We will see later how God uses this situation to achieve a greater purpose. In today's lesson, Joseph did not know what was in store for him, but he was always in God's care. We don't even know if Joseph knew the Lord at that time, but what we do know is that the Lord knew Joseph and that he had plans for him. Every day we wake up to a new challenge. It's one thing and then another. We really don't know what each day will bring for us. But we have to say like the songwriter, if Jesus goes with me, I'll go anywhere. It may be in the valley where countless dangers hide. It may even be in the sunshine that I in peace abide. But this one thing I know, if it be dark or fair, if Jesus is with me, I will go anywhere. It is not mine to question the judgments of my Lord. It is but mine to follow the leadings of his word. But if I go or stay, whether here or there, I count it a privilege his cross to bear. If Jesus goes with me, I'll go anywhere. God bless you.